Fotini, welcome back to another tutorial on my blog, Fotini's Stampin' Spot. I hope you guys have had an opportunity to visit and subscribe to my blog. I want to show you a card that I've been trying to get to do for the whole month. I have a bunch of anniversaries that I get to celebrate, one being my own this month and some other family members and friends, and I wanted to make an anniversary card, and I didn't really have any happy anniversary sentiments until I ordered the beautiful bouquet, which is this pretty stamp set, and it has this lovely sentiment for happy anniversary, as well as other birthdays and wedding sentiments. And then, of course, you can make this beautiful bouquet, and there is a coordinating die for this, but I did not purchase that one because I'm not really one to sit and fussy cut and do all those type of things to make bouquets. I mean, some people do, and they make beautiful, beautiful cards. I really bought this set for the sentiment, and I wish that it was a little bit bigger in size, but we take what we can get. Today, though, we're going to make this really cool card using, again, a color that I don't think I've ever used before. This is Dapper Denim. It's one of the in colors for 2016-2018, so this color will be going away, I believe. And we also have this Wood Textures 6x6 DSP, and it comes in a packet of all different colors. Let me show you. So you can get all these different wood grains that are two-sided, and you can use them for tons of different things. So what we're going to do is I have a bunch of scraps from a previous card that I had made a little while back for a swap. So I have all these little pieces. So I wanted to use them to make a card for me to give to my husband. And I thought of this idea. So basically this is also the same cardstock within the series, and these are just scraps. So when you do card making or scrapbooking and you have like little leftover pieces, don't throw them away. Put them in a stack. I actually put them all in a binder. In a sleeve protector, page protector, and I keep my scraps there, and I know where they are, and they're organized and cataloged, and I know everything that I need will be there as far as my scraps. So I'm going to show you how we made this, and it's really super easy. So the first thing I'm going to show you to do is this card is is being cut on a little different than my normal cards. We're going to cut this so that it opens up, and I just wanted to show you all how to do that. So let me see if I can back up this a little. Okay, so my 8.5 by 11 cardstock that I have, and usually we cut it down this way. This time we're going to cut it on the short side. So it's an 8.5 along the top. We're going to cut it at 4 1/4. So here's 4. And there's the 1/4, and this is a Stampin' trimmer, and I love this trimmer because it goes all the way to 6 1/4 that you can visibly see, which is great because you can flip this around and cut it at 5 1/2, and you don't have to take out the arm or anything like that. So I'm just going to use my trimmer. Now I have enough to make 2 card bases, and we're going to turn this around. I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way because I don't want to cut this, and I'm going to take it to 5 1/2, and that's where we're going to score the card in the middle. And you will have a nice score mark, okay? The other piece of cardstock that you're going to need, we're going to need our trimmer in a second still, but I just wanted to get that other cardstock, is any layer of that, is any piece of that wood grain. I just happen to like the contrast of the dark with the lighter color here, and we've cut it 1/4 inch all the way around. So it gives us a little bit of that border. Okay, and we're not going to adhere this on yet because we have to kind of make our design. So I'm going to bring my trimmer again. I'm just going to show you. So I'm just going to take some random pieces. It doesn't matter. They're two-sided, and I'm going to cut them at 1/2 inch. You can do this as thick or thin as you would like. 1/2 inch, I like the smaller look, but you can definitely make 3/4. You can make them 1 inch long. I'm just sticking with 1/2 inch because I just like the combination of it. So this way you get to use all your little strips. And I'm just measuring 1/2 inch on my trimmer. I'm going to cut a bunch of strips, and you're going to see how fun it is to put this together. And you won't get 2 cards exactly alike because the grains of the wood on each of these pieces are different. So make sure you add a combination of different pieces of cardstock, or DSP rather, to get that nice look. So we have some lighter ones. I'm going to get some of this darker kind of almost, I guess, I don't know, is this cherry wood? I have no idea. But it really comes together easy and it gives such a cool effect. So we're just going to do some of these right here. Okay, so you just want to get a nice variety of color. So here we have some here. And let's get one more because I think I want something a little bit lighter in there. Just kind of sifting through here. This is a lighter one. So make sure you get light and dark. So that's one. And we're not going to use well, we're going to use the entire strip, but we will be cutting some off on the end. So the length of this, the card is, of the cardstock is 6 inches. So we will, oops, I measured that wrong. We will be cutting off the excess when we adhere it to our first layer. Sorry, here, I'm trying to like get this to stick and it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, so I think that's good. So let's move this out of the way and I'll show you how easy this is. So here's our cardstock or DSP designer paper that we're going to use, and you can decide where you want your card to have that angle. So let's bring this in again so you can see. I kind of put it like 3/4 of the way down. You can start it up, over, wherever you want, because your strips are all the same length, and it doesn't matter where you start. So all I did was I took one, and I actually took a darker one to start, and I just grabbed some snail, and about halfway down ran tape, and I determined where I wanted to start, and I figured this is good, and we're going to start it right there, and I just add the tape. And now the other side, I'm going to do the same exact thing, and I'm not putting tape on the entire thing because we are going to cut some off. So kind of gauge, where do you think the paper is going to come off the page, and then you just crisscross back and forth. Now we made one sit on top of the other, so this is going to go the other direction here. And if you put two pieces that look too similar, change it. It's not a big deal. There is no right or wrong way for this card. And it's a great way to use up your scraps, and you get a really cool effect. And because I wanted to use gold, I started off with a darker color here for that reason. Okay. And this DSP is two-sided, so if you go to put one down and you kind of don't like the way it looks next to something, change it. Now I am alternating to make this kind of a beveled look, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the right carpentry type term, but dovetail maybe might be the better term. I don't know. Where's my husband when you need him? But nonetheless, you want it to kind of look like first the one, then on top, first the one, then on top, then the other one, then on top, and it gives you that nice pattern. And we just keep going up, and like I said, if you don't like one, you flip it over and put a different one. So let's add this one. Okay, we're almost done, and you just keep going until you complete the paper. Now if you want to repeat something that you've used here, obviously we're not going to use all this. We're going to cut this off, so you know what, you cut some from here. That works well too. So for example, I want to add this here. I'm going to take a little bit, grab my scissors, and I'm just going to snip off a piece because I don't need it to be long, and I'm going to add that up here to fill in my spot and to repeat that color. Actually, I'm going to do it this way to keep the pattern. Herringbone pattern, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what you call it. So, and I think we have one more. I'm going to put one there. It really is super easy to do. So, and then I got a little smidge there. So I just want to go right there. Okay, now, if you're happy with how it all is, and here, of course, I didn't put enough enough adhesive. Let's see if I can get that on there. There we go. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's put a different piece and put a decent amount of adhesive on it so that it actually sticks to the edge. There we go. That's better. So now what you're going to do, once you have your pattern down, you're going to flip it over, and you can use the trimmer. I just like to use just scissors, and I probably should use longer scissors, to be honest with you, for this. Just keep in mind that if you have really good pairs of scissors, there is adhesive sometimes on the back of these. So, and I'm just going to go straight across the top and cut off all the excess. Like I said, you could use your Stampin' trimmer if you would like to. If something gets crooked and you need to clean up the edge, perhaps that would be a good thing to use as well. So there you go. Okay, now if anything is not sticking flat down, you can add a little adhesive. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. Okay, so in the original card, we have this love. Now this love is actually using, this was the result. It's using the inside word of this heart in the lovely words Thinlit dies, which are these. And I'm going to just show you how to do that. So these dies produce this cut that stays on the cardstock. In order to get it all cut out, you have to put another heart layer or an oval or a circle to actually get it to pop out. So all I need is the word love. So I'm just going to use this scrap. Remember, keep your scraps. And I'm just going to position it somewhere on here on my big shot and have it run through so that I can get that word cut out. Again, don't throw your scraps, especially if you have gold foil. Don't ever throw those away because you can always use a little and it goes such a long way. I'm just coming into the frame to run this through. Okay. All right. So there you go. You got that. And you see how it pops out and it's still attached to the rest of the paper. That's what these Thinlits actually do. So you can use them that way if you'd love to. I just want to use the word love because I love the way this looks. So I'm just going to cut this off and we're going to use the word love. So it's a little extra step, but if you don't have any other die to get that same effect, you know, it's not a big deal. So we're going to just turn this over, and I have a fine tip glue pen, or you can use something like a zig or something like that if you have. A little goes a long way with this stuff. I actually like it because it does have a very, very fine tip. So just squeeze a little, and you'll see it doesn't need a lot because it will spread slightly. Or if you have, like I said, a glue pen. And then you want to put this back on because it will seal itself. So make sure you put that needle back in when you're done using it. So I'm going to take this, which I probably should have like something to grab it, and I'm going to put it on a diagonal right here on this darkest layer of our wood. And you need to give it a second to set. So what I do is basically I just take like a paperweight or something and I just put it on top and let that be. While we do that, we're going to work on the inside of our card. Because I have the gold now on that, I wanted to bring in gold again. And how I wanted to do that was by heat embossing the happy anniversary. So we're bringing in our Versamark. We got the copper or gold embossing powder, and we have our embossing buddy. Can't forget them. So the embossing buddy's just got this powder inside that makes it stop static so that it only allows the embossing powder to stick where you want it and not everywhere. So we're going to open up the Versamark, which is going to stamp clear. I have Happy Anniversary already on my C block, and these blocks are great because you can get different sizes from Stampin' Up. And we're just going to stamp, I'm going to stamp near the top so I can write a little message. And as you can see, it gives you kind of like a watermark look. Let me close up the Versamark. Grab my little scrap. And now we're going to add the embossing powder. Embossing is so cool. It really gives it an elegant touch. And since this is an anniversary card, why not be a little elegant? And don't worry about the powdery look. That will get taken care of. We'll be able to wipe that off after the embossing is done. So this is done. And I'm just going to get my heat tool on, and you'll see how fast this is going to transfer. So here's my heat gun, Stampin' Up. So I put it on the second setting. It has this really nice protective cover on the front. We kind of want to get it hot first because it'll melt it the best when the tool is actually hot. So I'm just going to turn this on a second, kind of keep it away from you guys here. So basically this card is kind of done. So let's take this off. This is probably ready. Look at that, right? Isn't that so cool? What a great way to use up your scraps. And we're going to just heat this up real quick. And you'll see how great it's going to be when it changes. So as you can tell, it's starting to transfer. It's like magic right before your very eyes. I love embossing. The hotter your tool is, the nicer it's going to emboss. Doesn't that just look fabulous? Super elegant. Okay, so let's put this all together. And this is the inside of your card. So we're going to just kind of crease this down, give it a nice fold because it does warp a little bit with the heating. We're going to grab our snail. We're going to flip it over. We're going to come down all the sides. And one in the middle for good luck. Make sure you're putting it on the right way. And again, I have enough for like a 1/4 inch border all the way around. And then just stick it down. And there you have it. A beautiful little lovely anniversary card for you to give to a loved one or a family or friend who is celebrating their anniversary. And it's not super girly. Actually, I think it's a bit manly, to be honest with you. So like I said, I'm giving this one to my husband. Hopefully he will like it, and I hope you did too. Hope you guys liked this quick video. Please click the like button if you did, and I would love it if you guys would subscribe. I'm so excited. I actually have 30 subscribers, so my goal is to get to 100 by the end of the year. So hopefully you guys can help me do that. And please add some comments below if you like what you see, or if you think that I could do something differently, or if you would like to see something differently. So here is my great Valentine's card. I hope you guys enjoy it. Visit my blog. I'll enter the information in the descriptions below. There are some great specials running for the month of October with Stampin' Up, and you'll be able to go to my shopping page to find out all the materials that I used today in the video to make this card. And you'll also get information on other stuff that I've done, and you'll be able to get that supply list as well on my blog. So thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Enjoy this beautiful day, and we'll see you all in the next video on Friday. Thanks.